Don't you agree with me that there is a very, very major problem with a statement that so many repeat today? And this is the statement. So many, and I've heard it with on my own ears. They say, is there anything other than a dua? When you offer solutions to problems, say, brother, dua, is there anything else? I've tried that, doesn't work. Miskeen, the one who his attitude concerning a dua is as such. Yani, what's your solution? May I give you something from the Bible or from the Torah or from where? What do you want? A dua is the peak of all solutions, because this is a call to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. No one will understand your situation more than Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. So ask, request, see what you want from Him, and ask, and be consistent, and most importantly, apply the etiquette and the manners and the conditions, and watch how it will make a complete transformation in your dua and your approach and attitude towards this worship. Brothers and sisters in Islam, Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah beautifully summarizes certain aspects of a dua. And he says, a dua min anfa'id dawa. He said the supplication is one of the most beneficial remedies. It's remedy, it's medicine. That's what a dua is. He said, وَهُوَ عَدُوُّ الْبَلَاءِ. He said, and the dua is the enemy of calamities. Calamities doesn't like a dua. A dua, it's like an army being sent out on your calamity no matter what it is. That's exactly what a dua is. You got to think of it. You got to think of it as soldiers, an army that is with you, that is being deployed against this tribulation, calamity, whatever it is that you're experiencing in life. وَهُوَ سِلَاحُ الْمُؤْمِنِ, he said. And it is the weapon of the believer. Allahu Akbar. What does a weapon mean? A weapon is strength. So a dua is your strength. So without a dua, what is opposite to strength? Weakness. And if you're weak, khalas, until you've become, if you're weak, the shaitan takes advantage of you. That's what weakness means. If you're weak, meaning you have become food for the shaitan. He will consume you, he'll play with you, he will misguide you, he'll redirect you to other ways other than Allah's path. But if you're strong, if you have strength through a dua, you can protect yourself from him. And if he attacks you, at least you have something you can fight back with. هذا الدعاء. والدعاء exists in every moment of the day and the night. The morning adhkar is dua. The evening adhkar is dua. After as-salat there's dua. In as-salat there is dua. Before you sleep there's dua. When you wake up there's dua and dhikr. When you enter the bathroom there is dua. When you come out there's dua. You enter al-masjid there is a dua. You leave al-masjid there's a dua. You enter into your car there's a dua. You leave the house, there is a dua. You walk into your house, there is a dua. And all these situations we are doing multiple times a day. When was the last time you said the dua? And then we ask, how come I have so many bala and so many trials in my life? Because look at all this dua. How many of them did you say? 2%? 3%? Wallah, 1 or 0. Mafi, I won't say 50, 70, 80 because the majority are not there. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to save us from heedlessness. Ad-du'a is the road to Allah. Ad-du'a, akhwani, brothers and sisters in Islam, it's not only words that you will say on your tongue. Ad-du'a shapes your mindset and your belief and your attitude in the day and in the night. That's what a dua does. That's why you have to read it while understanding what it says. Especially the morning and the evening and all those situations that we spoke about, leaving the house and coming in and in the car and so on. You need to read, you need to understand. For example, entering al-masjid, the dua is, after the introduction of it, Allahumma ftah li abwaba rahmatik. You know that. Oh Allah, open for me the doors of your mercy. When you enter the masjid, you say that. Why? Because this is where Allah's mercy is. Imagine now the entire time you're mindful of this. You'd enjoy your sitting here for an hour or 2 or 3. You'd enjoy it. Because this is where Allah's mercy is sought. Al-Masjid is the spiritual hospital. It would repair the wounds of the soul and the heart. You're in the most beloved places of Allah. How can it not be a healing? But you'll miss out on all of this if you're not mindful of what you said when you entered. And you'll miss out completely on it if you didn't even say that when you entered. Allahu Akbar. And we walk out, the dua is Allahumma ftah li, Allahumma ftah li abwaba fadlik. Allahumma inni as'aluka min fadlik. When you walk out, you say, Oh Allah, I ask you from your favors and blessings. Why? Because worldly favors and blessings are sought outside the masjid, not inside. Here, it's for the soul. Outside, it's for your body. Go and find your provision, find what's halal and go and earn it. Imagine you said this dua after having spent an hour in the masjid and you're mindful that bi'idhnillah, Allah Azza wa Jal will provide for me because I established an obligation. I prayed in His house. So why wouldn't He answer me? Why wouldn't He give me? Have a dua in your life. May I imagine all of this doesn't exist. I don't know. How does a person live? I don't know. Look at our attitudes today. Look at the type of behavior we have. Look at the types of words we speak. Words that have nothing to do with tawakkul. Words that are full of bad thought in Allah. Words that don't have anything to do with certainty in Allah. All negative, negative, negative. The negative talk comes from a heart that is distant from Allah. From a heart that doesn't talk to Allah Azza wa Jal. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to save us from such a situation. Brothers and sisters in Islam, Allah Azza wa Jal, He commanded His slaves in the Qur'an and He made a promise. Allah Azza wa Jal, He said, وَقَالَ رَبُّكُمُ ادْعُونِي أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ. Allah Azza wa Jal said, supplicate to me. Call unto me. And His promise was, أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ. I will answer. I will hear your dua and I will answer it in a manner that I see befitting. You don't worry about how the dua is answered. That's not your job. That's not your job. That's al-ghayb. You have nothing to do with al-ghayb. You and I worry about making the dua. Don't worry about how it's answered. Allah's promise, He never breaks it. And Allah's promise was, ud'uni, make dua to me, I will answer you all. Astajib lakum. I will answer you all. Allah doesn't break the promise. Allah is honest in what He said. So Umar radiallahu anhu developed a great attitude when it came to dua. And he said, أنا لا أحمل هم الإجابة ولكن أحمل هم الدعاء. He said, I am never worried and concerned about how the dua is responded to and answered. Why should I worry about that? Allah already promised He'll answer it. He said, my main worry and concern is actually making the dua. That's what your worry and concern should be. Making that dua, that's it. Here we know where people go wrong. They give up on the dua because, Allah didn't answer me. It's been a few weeks, it's been a few months. Some say, how can I make a dua that is answered quickly? We don't know. هذا غيب. We are certain Allah is going to answer it. So you just be very concerned and focused on making it and not giving up. Be like Zakaria alayhi salam. Zakaria wanted a child. For many years he will make dua. But then he would say at the end, وَلَمْ أَكُمْ بِدُعَائِكَ رَبِّ شَقِيًّا. My Lord, I have never been miserable. I have never given up hope when making a dua. Such a powerful attitude. He's almost 90 years old and he still doesn't have a child, and he's been making this dua for so many years. And he says at the end of his life, still asking Allah for a child, and he says, I have never given up when making dua. لم أكن بدعائك ربي شقيا. Allahu Akbar. And eventually Allah gave him at the right time. Allah heard him 30 years ago. But in the wisdom, in the knowledge of Allah, He didn't give him at that time. Why? I don't know. We don't have to know. We just have to follow and make that dua. Let's be concerned with that. Brothers and sisters in Islam, when it comes to a dua, we need to understand that the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, لَيْسَ شَيْءٌ أَكْرَمَ عَلَى اللَّهِ مِنَ الدُّعَاءِ. There is nothing more noble to Allah than a dua. It is the most noble deed in the sight of Allah. When Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, مَنْ لَمْ يَسْأَلِ اللَّهَ يَغْضَبْ عَلَيْهِ. Whoever does not supplicate Allah, Allah will be angry with him. Meaning the one who supplicates Allah, Allah is pleased with him. If you don't ask Allah, Allah is angry with the one who doesn't ask Him. Why? Because Allah loves to be asked. And when you ask Him, you are acknowledging His oneness. You are acknowledging His lordship. And when you don't ask Allah, it is a form of arrogance, as though someone is saying, I'll do life on my own. I don't need Allah's help. It's an arrogance. As though a person is saying, I'm not in need of Allah. No, His help and assistance. So the hadith teaches us that the one who asks Allah will earn His pleasure. The one who doesn't will earn Allah Azza wa Jall's anger.